And we're off. Fabulous. And Wayne or Caitlin, if you can just check to see if we are in fact live. I think we are. They're not lying to me.
You are, because I actually saw your face while I was looking for the link. And
okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, welcome to our video, to our class tonight. Every Thursday night at 7 o'clock right here, we've got essential oils, and I think that's what I might start calling this series. I was just thinking about that as I was logging in, because we've got a different angle every time on the many ways that we can use our essential oils. And today's focus is on fitness. So it's also about just living an active lifestyle. So in addition to essential oils, I'm going to just give a few tips and resources on an active lifestyle. And just to give you a little bit of why that's a really a topic that's really close to my heart is I have been involved in the fitness industry for the last 30 years. I am a certified jazzercise instructor, owned a jazzercise franchise for over 23 years. I've been certified as a personal trainer through ACE, the American Council on Exercise. I've been certified through AFA, the American Association of Aerobics and Fitness, as a group fitness instructor, and so on. So I don't do all of those jobs anymore, but I am very passionate about fitness, and I have been my whole life. I've always been someone who's been active, involved in cheerleading, gymnastics, and things like that. So the other thing that I love about doTERRA, one of the things I love about doTERRA, and we'll talk more about oils in a minute, is that you can take whatever it is you're passionate about and create a connection with the different oils and products. So whether you are passionate about pets or little kids or men's health or women's health, it doesn't matter. There's always some connection where we can take our passions and put them as the frosting of the doTERRA cake. So that's what I'm doing today, is giving a little bit of my frosting, which is all about fitness. So I'm gonna share my screen now. I got all kinds of buttons here to press. Share screens. Oh,
I have a guest on the way, by the way, so if you hear a little beep,
oh, you know what? There we go. There we go. All right. So I am calling this Making Fitness a Lifestyle. And let's get it into full screen. There we go. It's almost full screen. So many things to click on, I'm telling you. So I'm going to just start by going over some, I don't know, fit to window, zoom. All right. All right, tech savvy people. I don't know why I'm not getting.
I'm already looking over your shoulder. So if you go, yeah, go all the way to the left where it says play from beginning.
Ah, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Usually it says view a slideshow, but I don't know. Whatever.
I hope.
So I thought it might be helpful to revisit a couple of basics. So for you, if you are an avid athlete, a diehard fitness, fanatic, a gym rat, whatever it is, these may be really old news for you and basics, but I also think with all the things that have been changing lately in our lifestyle and all the pivots that we've had to make, it's possible, I don't know, you tell me in the chat if this is correct, that you might be a little bit off your fitness game, or you might have gotten out of some of the routine that you had because so many things have shifted, right? So I wanted to review a couple of the basics, and then I'm going to share a few of my favorite resources of workouts that I've been doing lately, and some of them I've been doing for a long time. And then, of course, the essential oils that support me in my workouts. So first of all, Mother Nature's most beautiful invention really is your body. It's miraculous. And being able to move our bodies is truly a gift. And we don't always take time to show gratitude and really marvel in the wonder of what our bodies can do for us if you just think about it. And sometimes it hits us when we're not feeling well. And we think like, I did not appreciate how good I felt when I felt good. Anybody ever have that experience? I know I certainly have. So we want to just make sure that we're always honoring our body. And one of the ways we do that is through regular movement. So, well, now I just went, it's not giving my usual little arrows down the bottom here. So we're going to start out by, hello, we'll come back. There we go. There's my arrow. Little quote that I just happened to read this morning during my morning ritual, and who knew the universe must have known I was going to be talking about being active today. Somebody was looking out for me. So the first thing is getting started, and this is if you're a brand newbie and you just need to figure out how do I get off the couch and start moving, or if you have found yourself getting off track during this crazy pandemic, or if you find yourself getting in a rut. So this is for you if any of those things are true. And the first is to start small. And that is whether you're a beginner or a veteran and you're trying something new. When you're setting goals for yourself, it's always tempting to say, I'm going to start exercising and I'm going to work out for an hour every day for 7 days a week. So my recommendation is you start small and create success for yourself by doing something more manageable. Maybe it is 3 days a week for an hour. Maybe it's 5 days a week for 20 minutes at a clip. Whatever it is, don't start out too fanatically, because before you know it, if you do that, you might get injured or you may feel defeated and just stop because your expectations are too high. If you've ever found that you've started with too lofty of a vision and that derailed you, I'd love to know. If anybody ever had that happen, set big goals. That's happened to me for sure. Secondly,
all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Yeah. It's like we bite off more than we can chew in the exercise world. Secondly, find ways to incorporate it into your everyday life. So it could be, parking the car on the other side of the parking lot. It could be taking the stairs instead of the elevator. It could be carrying the shopping bags. It could be, and cleaning the windows in your house. It could be gardening. Figure out ways that you can incorporate your movement as part of a lifestyle, not just looking at it as your exercise time, right? Being active is different than, a workout, right? I go to the gym and I do a workout, but that doesn't mean that I'm active the other 23 hours of the day. When I owned a jazzercise studio, the number one question I got from people who called, and besides what to wear, that was the second most popular question, was, will jazzercise help me lose weight? And I always gave my standard answer. And I said, it can. It depends on what you're doing the other 23 hours of the day. So don't put that 1 hour, thinking that it's got to be in the gym. It's got to be like hardcore. It can be a compilation of all of the different things that you are doing throughout your day, including, like in this picture shows, taking your pup for a walk. Next, if you've ever taken any classes with me before or anything, I like to schedule it. Schedule it. Make your time for movement part of your calendar, right? Schedule it just like your dentist appointment or anything else that's an important meeting. This is an important commitment to yourself. So make sure you put it in your calendar. And that's what I do at the beginning of every week. I look at my calendar and I schedule in all my workouts for the week. Next, invite a friend. Well, they are not social distancing in this photo. It was pre-COVID, but you still can call a friend to go for a hike 6 feet apart, or you know, this was always one of my favorite strategies with going to the gym even, is to have someone that you're meeting there, have someone that you are connecting with, and that'll help keep you on track. So if you have kind of gotten off track, find somebody else who feels like they need a relaunch or a jump start. And even if you are still in a situation where you're doing your workouts at home or you're, you know, by yourself, you can always have an accountability partner, equally as powerful as having a friend. I know Wayne is on here, and he has been posting his planks and his workouts for a long time, and that's a great way to put it out there and have accountability. So let's see what's happening in the chat. Kristen, schedule it, Raza. That is,
yeah, just Wade and I. Just Wade and I hanging out.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, and I love Caitlin's ideas here. Cycling and paddling are also social distancing. Yeah, I've been thinking about paddleboarding lately. It's been on my head.
Oh, call me.
And on my mind. All right, next you got to make it fun. Often I am asked the question, what is the best exercise to do? And again, I've got my standard answers here. The one that you will do, right? That's going to be the best one. So you want to make it fun and make it, you know, something that you're going to enjoy, whether you're having a dance party or you have a passion for tennis or whatever. Figure out what you love, because one of the things that I have spent an entire career talking about with exercise is that it should not be a chore. It shouldn't be a chore. It should be enjoyable. It should be something that you look forward to, not something that you dread, because you are celebrating and caring for this glorious body. It is, you're not punishing it. Exercise should not be a form of punishment. And if you're doing something right now where you feel like it's punishment, then I would really recommend rethinking that. All right. So those are a few ways to get started. Three important elements to include in your fitness routine. Cardio. So definitely cardio. This is not going to be a webinar about all the benefits of exercise and all the things cardio and exercise can do for you, but it's important that cardio be one element of your workout. So whether it's running, whether it's biking, whether it's dancing. And I'm going to reference a couple of products that we'll talk more about in a moment, but my cardio oil is Breathe. Breathe is my go-to oil for cardio, which is a respiratory blend. So we'll just go back to that in a moment, but that's important. Strength. So strength training is also key. If your workout routine includes just cardio and nothing else, you're missing a key component to keeping your bones strong, to keeping your muscles strong. And my favorite product after strength training is my Deep Blue Rub. We'll talk about that in a sec, but that's a key aspect for post-strength training soreness when I'm feeling sore. So important to keep those muscles strong, and muscles also burn calories for you, right? So that's important to keep your muscles strong. Cardio will keep your heart strong and do a lot of other great things for you, and strength training will keep your muscles strong. And that helps you burn more calories, right? Even if you're just sitting still, the more muscle you have in your body, the more calories you burn. And one of my biggest pet peeves when I hear people talk about strength training and muscle is so many people, well, let me pose the question. Which weighs more, muscle or fat? If you think that fat weighs more, raise your hand. If you think that muscle weighs more. Yeah. It weighs the same. It weighs the same. 1 pound of muscle weighs and 1 pound of fat both weigh 1 pound. And so often I hear people say you should do strength training because muscle doesn't weigh as much as fat, and that's not true. They weigh the same, but muscle takes up less space on your body than fat. So I always liken it to popcorn. So you can have a kernel of popcorn, which is your, or you can have a cup of unpopped popcorn kernels. That's your muscle. You pop those kernels, and now you have a bowl of popcorn. That's the fat. So it's actually the exact same thing. It's the form it takes. And if you omit strength training from your routine, you're going to be missing a really key component. And then finally, stretch. Stretching is important as well. So you want to be able to elongate the muscles, and flexibility is really important as we age. It helps with things like our balance and our posture. And again, we'll go into oils in a moment, but lavender is a great oil that I use for stretching just because I like yoga and it kind of gets me in that Zen relaxation mode. So cardio, strength, and stretch. Those are your three components. So I would really invite you to look at what you're currently doing right now in fitness, your fitness routine, and see if you have all of those elements. Now, they can be done all kinds of different ways. You can have a workout that includes all of them. That's one reason I love teaching jazzercise, because every workout had cardio, strength, and stretch. Or you can do them on different days, which is what I've been doing in the last number of years. Doing cardio some days, stretching some days, and strength training some days. You can mix it up. I usually would do 2, 2, and 2, and then the 7th day of the week would be, you know, just maybe hiking or something like that. So making sure that you get all aspects. Or it could be that you get one of these components through some of your regular life activities, right? It could be that you get you're stretching in, you know, in a yoga class, or maybe you're just, you know, doing a little stretch before you run. So it doesn't matter how you combine them, as long as you include all of the elements. All right, so I'm going to tell you a couple of my favorite things, and these are all things that I have done since we've been in lockdown, pretty much. And all of these can be done virtually, which is why I'm including them. And there's tons of other offerings online that you can pay for, but I just wanted to include some of my favorites right now. For stretching, yoga obviously is a favorite of mine. Yoga with Adriene is a wonderful, wonderful YouTube channel, and she's got videos that doesn't like 10 minutes long, 30 minutes long, all variations for very simple yoga. Most of it is absolutely geared to a beginner, so I highly recommend it. Intensati is something that I do often. It's more of a cardio workout, but it is also a mind workout too. All of your cardio has affirmations, and right now they are doing a number of workouts a week that they are uploading to YouTube. You can check out Patricia Moreno and Intensati, and every Saturday she's got a fabulous class that you can make a donation for, but if you aren't able to make a donation, you can still participate. The fees go to a different charity each week. And I think this past Saturday we had 300 of us on there. It's great energy and great cardio, and also tying it into mindset. Peloton, you may be familiar with Peloton, but did you know that you do not have to have a bike to participate in Peloton? I thought it was just cycling and spinning, but the Peloton app has all kinds of classes, boot camp classes, strength training, yoga, cardio. Of course, there's also cycling, running, walking, all kinds of different classes. It is free for your first month, so you can try out all these classes for 30 days at no charge, and without even having a bike, and see how you like them. And after that, I believe it is $12.99 a month after that. So super affordable, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on the bike unless you want to. That's always a good workout as well. But I've been using the Peloton app. I do not have the bike, and I love that variety. There's just, I put in one day, like, I think I put in like 30-minute gentle yoga class, and there were like 400 choices that came up. So I highly recommend it. My favorite Zumba instructor, Michael Oxley, he's doing free Zumba right now, usually 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. His Facebook group is called ZFam with Michael Oxley. You can find him. Let Your Yoga Dance is a great combination of yoga, dance, meditation, and Mega offers that free a few times a week as well. You can Google her. Jazzercise on Demand, great app, of course, with Jazzercise. And the Edge Fitness is offering free classes on Facebook and Instagram daily, all day. They have a full schedule. And then the JCC of Manhattan is also offering a lot of free classes, some exercise classes, but also some other health and wellness classes And you don't have to be a member. I'm not even Jewish, and I've taken classes with them. It's really a great free service for people. All right, so let's talk about some products that can support you with these fitness endeavors. We're going to highlight tonight the Athlete's Kit. I love this kit. I've gotten it a few times. It comes in this little pouch. I actually use this pouch now for my travel diffuser, reusable pouch. So that's why the products are not in there. But the Athlete's pouch is, or the Athlete's Kit is great if you are in competitive sports or just, you know, going to the gym a few times a week, whatever kind of activity you're doing. If you've ever put on workout shoes, sneakers, any athletic activity, you can benefit from these products. So we're going to start with Breathe. And all of the bottles in this kit are 5 ml. I don't actually have some of these in a 5 ml version anymore, so I'm just going to show you the larger version. But they're 5 ml bottles, and Breathe is the first one we're going to highlight. This is a respiratory blend, and it is also very helpful right now with seasonal threats that are going on, you know, in the spring and all the pollen and all of that. But the way I would use Breathe is I would put a drop on my chest before cardio. That would be my favorite way to use Breathe, or I put a drop in my hands, rub together, and inhale. And with oils, less is more, so you only want to just do a drop. And that's going to really help open your lungs, open your airways, and help you take deeper breaths so that you will get more out of your cardio workouts. And if you have a great way that you like to use Breathe, especially for your exercise, drop it in the chat. I know we have some oil users on here, some of our team leaders as well. So they always have great ideas. And that's one thing I love about doTERRA too, is the community. And we can always, oh, the chat, where'd it go? Oh, it'll pop down again. I'm telling you, me and my screen today are not, it'll come back. It'll come back. So that is my first choice, Breathe. The second oil that I want to mention is peppermint. And peppermint is great to give you a boost, especially if you're feeling low or fatigued, low energy, fatigued. You can use it in the same way. You can put a drop in your hands, and it's going to give you a little pick-me-up. So if you have one of those days where you're just feeling like you're dragging a little bit and you're thinking maybe I'll skip the gym, or right now I know the gyms are closed here right now, but I'll skip my workout, then you could try a little bit of peppermint, and that will wake you up and give you a little bit of energy to tackle your workout. So I like that. Another way that I like to use peppermint, actually, just put a drop on my tongue right there, is a drop in my water. So if I'm at the gym and I'm really warm and I'm sweating, I will put a little peppermint in my water bottle, metal water bottle or a glass water bottle, not a plastic water bottle. And I will drink that during my workout, and it will keep me cool, even if it's a warm day or if I'm really sweating, if I'm in a tough class. I don't know how I can get that chat thing back. All right, so next I want to mention lavender. So this is a calming oil, very relaxing. So it could be an after workout oil. I would use this after workout. I'd put a couple of drops in the bathtub with Epsom salts and have that be a little detoxifying, calming, and relaxing bath. And you can actually put it right on your skin after a workout, maybe with some fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil, because it's very soothing. And another way that I use lavender as it relates to fitness is I combine it with our next oil, sometimes our next two oils actually. Tea tree oil is our next oil, also this label says Melaleuca, tea tree, same thing. This is really great for its cleansing and rejuvenating effects on the skin. So in the locker room, you might want to have a little bit of this and use it for things like athlete's foot or something like that, just to keep your, keep things clean. But I like to combine these two, lavender and tea tree, and it's in a spray bottle, and I use that with, fill it up with water, a few drops of each, and I use that to clean my yoga mat, and any mat actually. So even though I'm not at the gym right now, I'm still working out, I'm still using my mat. So I'm spritzing it off with these oils so that I know it's natural, because if I am down on the floor in that mat, right, whatever I'm using to clean that mat is sinking into my skin. So if I am cleaning it with some kind of toxic chemicals, that's going to be absorbed into my skin. And so, we definitely do not want that. So that's what I like to use the Melaleuca for. Next up is our On Guard. And actually, you know what? I just think I remembered. Oops. We'll go back to that slide in a sec. Next up is our On Guard. So our On Guard is our protective blend, and that is going to be great for our immune system, which is important whether, even when we're not working out. We want to elevate our immune system. And so if you are, if we do get back into the gym situation, you can bet I'm going to really be loading up on Guard. But you want to do that all the time just to keep your immune system strong. And it's also very cleansing for, disinfecting, sanitizing, all of that good stuff. So here are some of them that we featured. I already talked about them before I pulled the slide up, but peppermint for the energizing and clear breathing and cooling down, On Guard for the immune health, and lavender for the calming of the mind, and also for the disinfecting. I like it for the disinfecting of the mats. And this is one of the slides that I just love, because it talks about why I use these essential oils in the first place, because they're safe, effective, and affordable. And this is a great little combination, these 5 oils, and we'll get into our next product in a sec, that can give me the basics that I need for staying active. So we talked a little bit about aromatic use. So the peppermint is going to be great for aromatic use. The topical, I would say that the lavender is going to be one of my first choices for topical. And internal, we did not talk about yet. And that is, well, I guess I did actually, peppermint in my water to keep me cool. So we touched a little bit upon the 3 ways that we can use the oils. So next up is the deep blue. And I think actually I put a slide of each of the oils. So we kind of, I talked and I didn't talk about them. Okay, deep blue is this fantastic rub that is a combination of different oils. There's wintergreen in here. There's, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of different things. Camphor, and it's ylang ylang, chamomile, blue tansy. There's many, many oils in this deep blue rub. And this is my absolute must for fitness and an active lifestyle. Just this past week on my Facebook memory feed, I've been seeing all these pictures from a few years ago when I hiked the Camino de Santiago in Spain, and I had this with me every step of the way, and I would not have made it through without this. But I use it on a regular basis. I have a lot of aches and pains from injuries that I've had over the years, and so a little tiny dab of this deep blue rub is fantastic to use either before your workout or after your workout. So you can use it either way. And oh, I saw the chat thing come down, and now that went away again. Come back, come back.
It's just me. So I'm pointing out that deep blue,
yeah,
you can use it, and then you can put a hot or a cold compress on top of it, which I think is so amazing, because I don't know of any other product out there where you can do that.
Ooh, that would make it quite intense. Quite
Yeah,
intense.
but
Yeah.
well, you haven't done that. There are days that I've had to do that.
No, I have not done that. No. Awesome. So this athlete's kit right here is what we were just talking about, but I wanted to highlight 3 other things that I think are must-haves for the active lifestyle. And they are non-oil. They're not essential oils, but they do have some essential oils in them. So one is the Breathe Stick. So I love the Breathe oil, but if you, especially if you have, you know, any respiratory issues, the Breathe Stick is almost like a little stick of deodorant that you can also rub on your chest. And I feel like that is another great way to help expand your lung capacity. And my other 2 sort of tools in my exercise kit here are the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. Now this is kind of a version of this oil, of this product here, but in a dietary supplement form that you can take internally. And I use this when I have, my Deep Blue rub would be more like a daily use for me, and the complex, while you can certainly take it daily, I do that if I have, I'm especially hurting after a workout, right? I have a higher pain day, then I'll take my polyphenol complex. But it is a great daily supplement if you have chronic pain issues.
Christy, I also want to point out that I use the Deep Blue if I know in advance that I'm going to be doing having a physical day. I know that I'm going to be walking around a lot more, that sort of thing. So I had a job where some days I would sit down occasionally and other days where I would walk forever, and people would say, don't your feet hurt at the end of the day? And I'm like, no, because I change up my supplement routine. I plan ahead.
Yeah.
And the Breathe oil is a great one. I've seen recommendations if you're going to go out and if you're going to do anything, but since we're talking about fitness, if you're going to go for a hike or you're going to go for a run or you're going to go for a walk and you're going to wear a mask, you can put Breathe on that mask to help you.
Yes, thank you I forgot about that. That's a new use now to me. That's a new one for all of us. No, I really appreciate that you brought that up, Caitlin, because that is a great, I know, you know, I've heard from a lot of people, and myself included, like I do feel like I'm a little bit suffocating with the mask on. And so the drop of Breathe oil, either right on the bottom of the mask or even like on your chin, people are saying, like that is a great way to keep your, you know, from feeling stifled, I guess. Yeah. No, and what I love about what Caitlin just said, and it kind of takes us into our next product that I would add on to my athlete's kit here, is my Mito 2 Max. This is the Energy and Stamina Complex. I love this product. I remember when I first tried it, I was like, did not know what hit me. I had accomplished so freaking much that day, and I thought to myself at the end, I was like, what the heck happened to me today? I was like,
I remember that.
Oh my God. It just like, I was like Energizer Bunny, and I already have a lot of energy on most days. So this is a great one. Pre-workout, again, you don't want to take this really anytime after lunch, right? So you want to take it in the morning, or maybe you take it at lunch, but don't take it too late in the day because you will be up and alive. You'll be up and lively if you take it too late in the day. So this is, again, another one that you could do on a daily basis. I actually alternate. I have long periods where I take this daily, and then I have other times where I only take it as needed. Like when Caitlin said, when she knows she has something ahead of her that's going to be, you know, like a tough day of walking or something, she takes the Deep Blue Polyphenol. For me, when I know I've got a really busy day or a really long day ahead of me, or a travel day or something like that, or I'm up at 6 and I know I have a big event that night that I'm going to be up till midnight, I will definitely take that, probably breakfast and lunch. And in terms of workouts and everything, if I am going to be if I'm teaching classes, I will definitely take that. So it is important to mix up your supplement routine at times. You know, there are certain things that are really staples for me, but there are other things like these two supplements where I will adjust. I'll do it sometimes as needed, and then I may go through a stretch where I'll be doing it every day, and that is important. And actually, this is not something I was thinking of covering, but I'll just really say it quickly. One of the things I've been doing lately, which is very helpful, is energy testing my supplements almost on a daily basis. So if you're not familiar with energy testing, one way that you can do an energy test is the sway test, right? So you're standing, you know, don't be like locking your knees and trying not to move. Don't be too super stiff, right? Just standing in a relaxed way. And you can try this with a little test. So you can stand up, and I don't know if I stand up if I'll still be in the camera, but let's pretend I'm standing, and you want to make sure your yes is forward and your no is swaying backwards. And so you can practice with your name or another true statement. My name is Kristen, and I would sway forward. My name is Caitlin. Nope, it's not. So you can actually do that with the supplement or an oil any day. Like, do I need this oil today? Forward. Or if you sway back. So that's something that I've been doing lately with my supplements, and really determining what it is my body needs on that day. And I've probably been doing it for maybe the last week to 10 days. Every single day, my body needs the, well, let's go to one of our next slides. Every single day, yep. What's that?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to the Mito, because that is, I have been using that twice a day, every day for 3 years. I cannot live without it, because you guys know me, and some other people on this Zoom know me. I am not a morning person in any way, shape, or form. And so the Mito complex does not have caffeine. It is not randomly called Mito. It works with the mitochondria in your cells.
Yes.
So if you think back to 7th grade biology class, they talked about the mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell. Yep. So it's working on a cellular basis. There are no stimulants in that product. It is just nutritional goodness magic. Thank you.
That is awesome. Yes. That's why we love it so, because we really want to try to get as many toxins and chemicals and stimulants out of our body as possible. And we can't ever really do a class about our health without giving a shout out to our Lifelong Vitality Pack, LLV. And this gives us our whole food vitamins and minerals, our cellular complex, which helps with the health of our cells, and our omegas that we need. Really, if you look at this list down here, these bullets, it hits on every front with your health. It's really a full comprehensive supplement routine. And when I have energy tested every single day, I test these individually, all for each one of them, different 3 in this kit, and I come up needing them every single day. It's something that our body needs, craves, wants. Some of the other supplements I don't come up needing every day, but Lifelong Vitality and our Terrazyme, our digestive enzyme, every day. And I have said for years that those are staples for everybody. So it's definitely something I would consider adding. So just if you are new to oils and you don't have any, the best way to get the oils and the best deal is number 2 on that list, wholesale pricing, which is 25% below retail. And you can even get it lower than retail as a wholesale customer, where you can earn points and free products. And if you make a purchase, or if you are a current customer and you don't know how to take full advantage of that, please reach out to myself or whoever invited you on this call so we can help you out with that. So if you are a current customer and you want to add that athlete's kit to your repertoire, you can just log into your account and place an order for that. Or you can pick any one of these products individually. Let's say you already have gotten a kit recently, or you still have oils left from a kit that you bought a while ago, but you don't have your Deep Blue Rub, or maybe you don't have any more Breathe left. You can order any of these things individually, or you can get it as the full kit. If you are brand new to oils and you want to purchase something, contact whoever invited you, or text me at this number right here, which is my cell, and I can help you get this athlete's kit and a wholesale account. And if you add any of the supplements I mentioned, Mito2 Max, Deep Blue Polyphenol, or Lifelong Vitality, any one of them, that's going to qualify you for an additional free oil, a citrus bliss oil, and that could be used for energy, and I love that energy. 1 bottle equals 1 month. Aha. Vitality Pack actual dose, great question. So the full dose is 4 of each of the 3 bottles. So I generally will do 2 in the morning with breakfast and 2 with lunch of each of the 3 bottles. Some people will do 2 with breakfast, 1 lunch, 1 dinner. That's a great recommendation. I personally only don't do it that way because I'm not as compliant doing it by the end of the day. I know if I want to make sure I take it, I need to like get it in earlier in the day. So that's just my personal way of staying on track with it. But you can do that. And it's also fine to go with half a dose. I actually, for probably the first year, did half a dose, which is two capsules of each of the 3. So I took 2 for breakfast of each of them. And Wayne is putting some links in the comments for all of the details to this on the supplements. And if you're, if you're just starting out, depending on where you are with your health situation, you may want to start out with half a dose. So that may be a good way to get started, and then you can always build up. I found that half worked for me quite well for a while, and then when things in my body kind of adjusted, then the full dose really was needed at that point. I don't know if Wayne or Caitlin, if you want to chime in on what you do with that.
Full dose for 3 years every day, happily.
Awesome. Yeah, if you don't take any supplements right now and your body's not used to it, you may want to ease in.
I do the full dose every day as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I know when I've gone away and I've forgotten to bring them with me, I feel like crap within a day.
I definitely feel you on that. As I said, been in the fitness business a long time. I've been pitched every supplement there is. I've tried many of them, and this is the only supplement. This Lifelong Vitality package is the only time where I notice that I feel the difference if I don't take it. And now I do notice the difference if I don't take the full dose. But in the beginning, I had a lot of surgeries and a lot of things that have were going on in my body. I needed to kind of ease in just for those kind of reasons. But yeah, so thanks for that. Great question, by the way. Thank you for that. And just to wrap up, we always end by telling you that there are three kinds of people that we encounter in doTERRA. People who like to live the wellness lifestyle and want to reduce the toxins in their lives. People who want to share the love because they would like to get a little money so that their products can be paid for. And who doesn't like their products to be paid for? I started telling some friends and family members about the products I was using when I first became a doTERRA customer, and they started buying them too, and I started getting checks in the mail. And I was like, wow, that is cool, because all I did is tell them about something that I loved and something that was working for me, just like I would if I had seen a great movie or tried a great restaurant. And so that is a real cool way to get your products paid for if you want to share it with people that you care about. And finally, building a business to earn an income, and that could be as big or as small as you would like it. Right now is the time for health. There's no doubt about that. It's a time for a lot of things, but health is one of them. And doTERRA is a company that is making a tremendous impact in the world. Oops. Oh yes, let's start over. We're making, okay, fabulous. We're just gonna take off the last, we're not gonna stop the share and go to the last screen. one more slide, but we'll just talk about it.
Hey, Kristen, so you mentioned that it's possible to get, for people who do not have oils, to get a starter kit and to get Citrus Bliss for free, which smells like orange and vanilla. It smells like a creamsicle. Is there a way for someone to get 2 oils for free?
Yes, they would. There is a way to get a second oil for free. It would be ordering more than what we showed you on that screen, but any person who has invited you to this webinar could help you select a package that would qualify you for a second oil, which is adaptive. And adaptive is wonderful for stress and anxious feelings. And I don't know who doesn't have those right now. So yes. So we can put together a package for you that meets your needs, that can actually qualify for you for 3 free oils, actually, now that you're saying that. We've got a fantastic Immortelle, which is beautiful for your skin. You're going to have a healthy body from working out, and your skin is going to look fabulous from the Immortelle. So instead of getting too far off the beaten path here, I will just say that there are always generous promotions with doTERRA. And right now, this month, you have the option to get 3 free oils, which I believe is something like $150 worth of, in the ballpark, $150 worth of oils. I think Immortelle alone is a $92 value, I believe, plus Adaptive and Citrus Bliss. I don't know what that all adds up to, but it's a lot of free goodness. So putting a package together for you, depending on what level purchase it is, can qualify you for 1, 2, or 3. 3, count them, 3. Yeah. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you in terms of finding some products to support your active lifestyle, as well as a few little tips and reminders and resources. If you've gotten off track with your routine during these last few months, don't beat yourself up. It is a stressful time. It is a time of trauma, and we have to work our way through that slowly and gently by being kind to ourselves. But one of the most nourishing things we can do for ourselves is to move our body. And I know personally the last few months have been very difficult for me, but having the habit of an active lifestyle makes it easy for me to stay on track. So even though I haven't done any major strength training in the last 3 months, I have been moving every day, and I still keep that commitment to myself. And perhaps many days it looks something a little bit more gentle, like some yoga or a long walk. But getting out and moving is a great way we can support not only our physical bodies, but our emotional health too. And that is just critical right now. So now is the time to make your health a priority, because the world needs all of us to step up, to rise up, and bring our gifts right now. And it's needed now more than ever, and we cannot do that if we are not feeling well. So please reach out to us. We are here to help you. We want you to remember how it feels like to feel good in your bodies. So thanks so much for listening. And Wayne gave us the total freeness. It's the total value of these oils is $124.50. Pretty awesome. So thanks for listening. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to tell you one more thing.